someone like Cardi B, when I say she threw away all her potential, she could have been that type of woman that left Offset the first time he cheated, or at least the second time. She could have actually represented herself to be a real woman and talk about high quality things and how she's a boss and not just a hoe and not just a girl that has great. Offset's a cheater and Cardi is for the streets. The fact that they even lasted 3 years is crazy, because having those two type of people together, that's just jokes. Like, it's literally a setup. They're lucky they even have a child together, because that's probably why they even lasted a little bit longer. But this should have been long done. What it do, what is up, my BBossBaddies and my Batman fellas? It is your girl Bosana, and welcome BBossArmy. So as you guys can tell by the title, today we are going to be talking about Offset, Cardi B. I should start it Cardi B and say Offset after, because Cardi B is the reason why they are not together. But there's so much to say in this topic from my point of view of what I think of Offset and then Cardi B, okay? So I have a lot to say, so make sure you watch until the end. I wrote down some stuff just because it's super early right now and I don't want to forget anything. And this topic is kind of fresh in a sense of I didn't do too much research. I just heard about it and then I watched one video and I just already have my own opinion, not from hearing a lot, just from what I know about them and what my point of view is, just looking into this type of stuff, okay? So you guys know, make sure you check out my social media, make sure you check out my Patreon, and of course make sure you check out my second channel. Support your girl on there, hop on there after, subscribe to my channel, and thank you if you already did. Much love to you guys. Okay, so let's get started. First thing that I wrote down, first things first. Now before you guys say anything, I have some stuff to say about each individual person, like I said, but I just want to start off with like the way I look at the relationship. So first thing I put down is too much alike to be together. In this case, Cardi B is not meant for someone like Offset, and honestly is not even meant to be in a relationship for real. The way I look at Cardi B, the potential in her, she threw it all away, because a lot of girls, they have some sort of potential in a sense of they can see their wrongs and they're adjusting to become more of a high quality woman. In this case, Cardi B, I feel like is too destructive in her mind, and I'm not trying to sound bad, but I'm just saying this is the way society is. You see the music that they put out, you see how they carry themselves, all of that. Too destructive in her mind, and she's not in a place where she can actually be the actual wife that men are looking for. And that's just fact. Cardi B used to be a stripper. Cardi B is still rapping and singing about shit that you should be only saying if you were in that type of lifestyle. Still, if you were still, not trying to be a real wife. And I'll never forget about that line. Nobody will. You can't say, I can't cook, I can't clean, but let me show you how I got this ring. How can you say that if you feel like you are actually wifey material? You don't have to be, like I said in my last video about the WAP one, you don't have to be able to cook and clean to be necessarily a wife, right? Like I said, role switch. But in this case, she is proud to be a thought. She is proud to be a girl for the streets. So that's one thing I can never understand. A lot of women want to follow that type of energy and be just like that, and then be disappointed or upset because they have that put on their name. But yet they built that for themselves, okay? So that's just Cardi B. Now let's move on to Offset. These people are legit in a place of not high quality, not high vibration, not in a place where they are seeing their inner self and connected to their self. They're too connected to the physical things out here, their physical appearance, the physical lifestyle, just being human on earth. Because if you get stuck in this world, and I told you guys specifically, this is all a matrix, this is all games, this is nothing that you should be a part of. Find yourself. If you are a part of that, you're gonna be in a place where they are, okay? So they have the perfect type of woman out here that is everywhere, Cardi B. And then they have the typical type of guy that's out here, Offset. Offset has money. He can pretty much lay any girl that he wants down. The problem is also with alphas, they take what they have and they use it to their advantage, but they take it way too far. So you guys know, you heard of the rumors, maybe not. Offset cheated on Cardi B so many times, and this is just facts. Like, we know this. He cheated, he got caught, it got put on blast, they tried to cover it up, they did all these different things, right? And it's been Cardi B hanging on to the relationship, trying to defend him a little bit. He's even trying to defend himself. Remember when he apologized, made that big big dramatic apology on stage to try to get her back, and it worked. I don't know if it's staged or anything, but I'm just saying this is how their relationship has been. This is how their marriage has been. Not even just dating. These are supposed to be real marriages out here. You see how crazy things are and how much things change? Like, how is that even considered a marriage, right? So they stayed together. But one thing about Offset, that man will never, ever, ever be completely loyal to one woman. And let's just talk about all the women that he's dealt with. He's experienced enough. When it comes down to guys like Offset, they need a woman that's a complete alpha and the one that doesn't take any BS and will actually walk away. Someone like Cardi B, when I say she threw away all her potential, she could have been that type of woman that left Offset the first time he cheated, or at least the second time. She could have actually represented herself to be a real woman and talk about high quality things and how she's a boss and not just a hoe and not just a girl that has great, like, who just talks about that? How is she just gonna make her be so valuable when there's so much more out here to that? She could have made herself be the woman that Offset would look at and be like, oh man, I have to change my ways or I'm not going to get far with her. But that didn't happen. Cardi B stuck around when Offset was still cheating multiple times. She stuck around with all the BS that was going on. And that's on her. That's on her, hands down. Forget you're trying to save a marriage. Forget all these things. When people start crossing boundaries, when people start manipulating you and taking advantage of you, what does it just show? That they can keep doing it. It's not, oh yeah, they're going to get it or they're going to start feeling bad for you. No, most times people are just going to keep wanting to go with the ways that they have been treating you. So in this case, Offset took advantage of it. I'm not sure what happened behind closed doors. You are not sure. Nobody is sure because there's always more to a story. But what I can say from what we heard is that she got to a breaking point. A lot of people might be shaming her for actually saying the divorce. For me, she should have never got married to begin with because she wasn't ready for a relationship. And that's facts. Like, you know, we see how she acts. But I feel like she got to her breaking point and she said, forget a man like that. Some guys might be on the Offset side, but I don't see no innocence here. I don't feel bad for none of them. I don't see no innocence. I feel like they have to get it right in their own mind, and they actually will not. Legit. When you are in the music industry, when you are too focused on what's out here and just not the important things that really should matter and trying to actually grow yourself, then you are going to be going through things like this. Dealing with a marriage that's broken and still trying to make it work when literally there's so much infidelity going on. Cardi B was coming up. She was becoming big. Cardi B was becoming, you know, she was the next big thing for a short period of time. And all the clout that she was getting, it was almost an opportunity for Offset to get with her. That's how I see it. I feel like Offset, there's a whole bunch of other women out here. And for him, it's not, oh, I want to marry, I want to be down for a woman. No. I feel like it was the next big thing, hop on Cardi. And it's like the next girl out there. And because so many girls he can get, for him, it's like, I'm just going to keep exploring. He's not ready for a relationship. And I don't think he ever will be ready for a relationship. So they were not meant for each other. I feel like they just got together trying to be a power couple and trying to just grow as individuals that are together to put each other on to keep elevating. Okay. And then the last thing, I have two actually. So next thing is she didn't divorce him for no reason. Like I mentioned, she really didn't. She literally divorced him because he kept cheating and all that. Although she might be, you know, a girl for the streets and raps about all this dirty stuff, that's her. But I feel like she really did love Offset, and Offset kept doing her wrong, but Offset had reasons to keep doing her wrong. And Offset, not just because, you know, Cardi B might not be this and that, but I just feel like Offset was never going to be loyal to any girl that he got. Like I said, if there happened to be a girl out there that had it all together and was just like the ultimate woman that you never find, then maybe there's a slight possibility. But in this case, like I said, it was done all for the wrong reasons of even getting together. And I feel like Cardi B really did stay with him longer for the simple fact that they did have a kid. But I feel like she was still a hoe. Her past was still in her life. She was still living like that, and it wasn't going to change. So for Offset, you know, you get treated the way you are. Who you are as a person, people will recognize that and treat you for that value. So I don't understand why people are so shocked still. Like, you can't be so surprised, right? And last thing I have is she isn't wifey material. I already said that. Cardi B, if she could, I can't see it, you guys. I really can't. I know there's a lot of Cardi B fans out here, and they'll say she's this, she's a great mother, all this stuff. I'll never discredit her for who she is as a good person to others and things like that. But the definition of being a wifey and being a good woman to a man has changed. And for an alpha, cheating is normal, you know? And this is just the truth. Like, it's the truth. So I have a lot more to actually say, but I'm probably not going to do a part 2 for the simple fact that this is just something to talk about, you know? It's a relationship that ended, a marriage that ended, all right? So I hope you guys like this video. Make sure you comment down your thoughts on this whole situation. Make sure you give this video a thumbs up. Make sure you follow me on my social media. And of course, make sure you check out my second channel. And you guys will see me in my next video. Bye, you guys.